because it can blind you from a kilometre away.
I am at KAON's facility here in Brisbane today. I'm actually getting a behind the scenes tour with Tin, one of the owners of the business, and he's going to show us through all their awesome big machinery they get to play with, and he's going to give you a bit of a backstory on who KAON are. But to just give you a quick overview, KAON make locally in this warehouse behind me some really amazing storage solutions and brackets and other hardware for adventurers and hardcore off-roaders to just give you that confidence to go out and take adventures, go places you probably wouldn't normally go. So let's go hunt down Tin and have a look around. All right, I know I'm coming around the side, but I know this is the right entrance. TNN Engineering. There's the man I want to see.
Hey, how you going? Thanks for coming down.
Thanks, man.
So maybe before I show you around, we'll go through our story and explain to you where KAON came from.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Awesome, let's have a look. The story or the company behind KAON is actually TNN Engineering. It's a family business. So we're actually refugees from Vietnam, came over, 1980. And my dad started working in Warman International sweeping floors, and then he got his trade there. But he got made redundant, and so he did what every good business did and started off in the garage underneath his house. Got himself that little lathe there and started his business there.
That's the lathe we were looking at?
Yeah. And we helped him out in my ruggers and safety thongs. So about 10 years ago, started going forward driving and camping, bought that Prado, wanted to make some bits and pieces for it because back then they weren't quite the things that I wanted. And I sort of started from there really, and other people saying, oh, can you do that for me? Can you do this for me? Just solving little problems here and there. A couple of years ago, we ran out of space, moved into this building, which was the former site of LV Fishing Reels. Well-known family business, so going for 102 years. They've been manufacturing in this building for 45 years. So it was a really nice sort of transitional story that myself and my brother, taking over from the brothers Bruce and Glenn of LV Fishing Reels. So we decided to keep a reminder of the history of this building. So now you know a little bit about our story. Let's go out and have a look at some of our big toys and big machines and how things are actually made.
Awesome, that sounds exciting. Let's go check it out. We're in behind the scenes now.
Come through. So there's our project area, and you can see our 250, which we are using for development. This is where we do our scans, do our test fits. There's still a few other little bits and pieces we want to do in the back here, but it's always so handy to have an actual vehicle to test, and we get our customers' vehicles and so forth in here as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's right.
Today. So you can access it from both.
Oh, what? Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. This is what I love. You guys really cater to tourists because there's no wasted space anywhere.
All our prototypes and things that are sort of in progress live here. This is our secret stash. Bunch of diff drops, recovery points, air compressor mounts, bits and pieces. All these things here waiting to get either test fitted or media, because we do a lot of our media and fitting instruction photos on the hoist and so forth. And our customers find that really useful, the videos.
You guys do great instructions. Oh my goodness, what is that?
Yeah,
oh my God, there's another one.
This is our laser cutter and our press brake.
Okay.
A lot of our products, especially the storage products, get cut and pressed before they get sent away for powder coating.
Wow, man, you guys really do everything here, don't you?
Yeah, it's fun. Big toys.
Yeah, right.
That's our big sanding, linishing machine. Normally the laser cuts are pretty clean, but it's getting rid of the sharp edges so the powder coat sticks better inside that little container. Yep. It's a laser welder.
So why does the laser welder need to be in an enclosed container?
Because it can blind you from a kilometre away.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So we're moving down into the manufacturing area. So we've got our fabrication and machining operations here. And we don't just do work for KAON, we still do work for mining and transport and other industries. So we've got our saws. This is where material comes in that doesn't get cut in the laser, like sort of long strips and lengths of material gets cut and processed. You'll see some underbody protection here, so some transmission guards. Our guards, we actually put a lot of effort into putting extra bracing in and welding and so forth. It makes a big difference in the functionality and strength.
Oh, wow.
So this building used to be the manufacturing facility for LV for the last 45 years. Yep. Built a whole heap of fishing reels here, so we're continuing that tradition here. So this is our machining area. We call it engineering. So we've got our CNC machines here. These are some 150 recovery points that have been machined and are waiting to be welded. So once they're all done, we'll move them over into the weld bays. We'll weld them all out, and then we'll get some sent out for powder coating.
Oh, wow.
We put them in like this. They get laser cut out of 20mm thick steel, and then we finish machining them and they look like this. So these are the fixtures we need to make to hold the parts so that we can machine them. They take a while to do, but it also makes a big difference in terms of the accuracy and repeatability. So we program a whole heap of stuff offline. So we use CAD CAM to generate our tool parts, and then we load them up onto the machines. And next to it, we've got our really big mill, big machine.
Oh my goodness.
So this one in
here,
here,
a whole car in here.
almost. So it's got a 3-meter long bed. So we do our bigger jobs in here. And we've got this lathe here, which is the one that my dad started the business on. That's like a 35-year-old machine.
No way.
And the guys still use it each day. You see everything around you started from that machine. So this is our receiving area,
More
goods
Roof
inwards,
Racks
outwards, and stuff that we ship out to resellers and directly to our customers.
I feel like we're currently taking up most of your pallet space.
You are. So one of the reasons why I needed to move down here is just for warehousing, for holding all the stock. So this is our assembly packing area. So when the parts are, say, laser cut, pressed, powder coated or machined, all that sort of stuff, and it comes back ready for packaging, it comes here, fitting instructions, bulk kits, boxes, all packed and ready to go, and then we put them up into inventory, and out they go. Puts our little logo on there, made in Australia as well. It looks quite nice.
It does.
It's our little print farm. This is where we do prototypes as well as print some of our actual products that we use. So for example, these are kitchenette clips. We print our door stoppers, little plugs, little sleeves, great little machines, and these are all printed in flexible polyurethane TPU. It's quite resilient. So this is our office. So a bit of admin, a bit of marketing, but product development as well. So a lot of the designs start off with scan data. Just makes it a lot easier being able to accommodate all the features and things that we need to clear or mount to. And then from there, we'll create a design, and sometimes I'll get 3D printed. You can see all the 3D prints on the table there. We've got some guards and so forth. And that allows us to really quickly evolve and develop our products and do test fits before we actually commit to making them out of steel. Yeah. I think being able to make the time and be part of the reason why people are getting out there, I think that's really special.